Hello and welcome, dear viewer, to my channel. Today in our video, I will tell you what stories people have sent me in the mail. I want to take my child away due to my wife's betrayal. Last month, I discovered my wife's flirty text messages with a coworker. She said they had just gone out to a restaurant, drank coffee, and had a chat. No boundaries were crossed. My wife apologized and said that she wanted to stay with me to take care of our child together. She promised she would cease all contact with that colleague. Our child is only 2, so I decided to forgive her. Recently, I found out that she still continues messaging her coworker, although I can't figure out the content of their messages. I confronted her, and she insisted that their messages are all work-related and that they only see each other as colleagues now. I don't know if I'm being too stupid to continue trusting my wife's words. I want to take my child and leave this marriage, but I'm currently working shifts, so I cannot take care of my child alone. I'm feeling extremely frustrated right now and really don't know what to do. My boyfriend secretly married someone else due to family pressure. After a long time of being pursued and shown affection, I fell in love with my boyfriend. He was very loving towards me. I consider myself a pretty decent woman. I'm not gorgeous, but good-looking. I'm educated and have a stable job with a good salary. I'm confident, good at communicating, and adept at cooking and homemaking skills. He lives in the next province, about 1 hour away from me. His appearance, education level, and work are pretty average, but there is nothing to complain about him in general. With affection and persistence, he finally made me fall in love. One day I found out he has another woman in his life, so I asked him to break up with me. Surprisingly, he insisted on staying with me, telling me that the girl was only introduced to him by his mother. I agreed to go back to him if he promised not to contact that woman in any way. Since then, he has loved and cared about me even more, even though we live quite far from each other. He agrees to any request I make to control him. Gradually, I learned to trust him more, enjoy the relationship with him, and even dream of having a family with him, though that means I may have to sacrifice a lot. But tragedy still came. One day, I felt anxious, and I looked for the woman's information on social media. I was shocked to find out that she changed her avatar into a wedding photo of her and him. It turned out that he and she had gotten engaged a month before that, and that they would get married the following day. Shocked and shaken, I called to ask him about this. He told me that he will always loves me, but that he got married due to family pressure. His relatives' opinions affect him a lot. This woman is loved by most of his relatives, though he did try to refuse her because of me. Even though this woman received minimal love from him, she didn't seem to want to end the marriage. He kept promising me that I am his priority. When I threatened to break up with him, he rarely contacted her family anymore and only showed up when truly necessary. I can feel his honesty, since he spends most of his time and attention on me. Maybe since he spends most of his time with me, I could not expect this would happen. However, things didn't end up the way I imagined. I was not strong enough to give up his love. I felt like I was drowning more deeply in this situation. He wants to care for me until I find someone new. He does not dare to put limits on me, and he does not dare to commit, but he is afraid of losing me. He is still loving and caring toward me. He is even more affectionate towards me since he wants to make up for what happened. I am not strong enough to end the relationship. I still love him and yearn for the love he has for me. We still keep in touch like a normal couple. He still shows up every time I need support. He cares even about my smallest things. Every time I get angry at him, he tolerates it. Even though I keep telling myself to set a deadline for this relationship to end, I can't bring myself to do it. Every time I want to end the relationship, he keeps showing more affection toward me. I want him to divorce her, but it's not possible since they just got married. I know the best way ahead is to simply give him up. He no longer deserves my love. He is too cowardly, not strong enough to protect our love, and not brave enough to even face the situation. In this situation, both women are victims. I went from being the victim to being the third person in their relationship. In my eyes, she is also a victim, but she is much luckier than me. I am very jealous of her, but I don't resent her, and I don't want to harm her either. I don't know what I should do in this situation. I am torn between my heart and my mind, between morality and my personal happiness. Maybe deep down inside I don't want to accept such an ending. I am so devastated since we can't be together, though we do love each other. As a modern woman, I can't imagine that one day I would be stuck in this situation. I feel like I am a person who knows theories but who can't put them into practice. I wonder whether I should blame myself. My girlfriend keeps avoiding marriage. I am a 31-year-old man. At the moment, I have an office job with a stable salary. I have some savings and can borrow from my parents and friends for investments. I want to save money and be financially stable enough to take care of my family. Currently, I'm exploring a relationship with a woman 1 year younger than me. Both of us show affection towards each other, make time to meet up with one another, and we text each other often to share our thoughts and feelings. However, we are not in an official relationship. I've told her many times that I have feelings for her and want to get more serious about the relationship, but she only smiles and avoids talking about the subject. I don't know what to do next. She brought me home once, around 3 years ago. When I met her parents, they didn't seem to have any problems with her. Sometimes I go to her hometown to visit her parents, but she doesn't join me. I'm not sure how our relationship will progress. I want to introduce her to my parents, and I've invited her to meet them, but she's declined for various reasons. I'm quite transparent. If this woman gives me a chance, I will continue to pursue her. If she doesn't, I'll back off and stop interfering with their life. She is a strong, honest, educated woman. She has a stable job. She does have some minor health problems, but in the last 4 years of getting to know her, I think I've found a totally compatible partner. I'm ready to get married. However, she doesn't seem to be ready yet. I hope you readers, especially those who have been in similar situations, can offer some advice. What should I do? Shall I give her more time? I have everything. So why does my life feel meaningless? In the past month, I had little to no contact with other people, which made me realize how meaningless and unhappy my life is. I'm over 30 and work as a freelancer with a good salary, enough to pay for all my living expenses and personal interests. I'm an educated person with a basic knowledge about society. I speak a few foreign languages and have some talents such as singing, playing sports, and cooking. People have said that I'm very good looking, one of the most handsome men even. I have no problems with my communication skills, as I can converse with just about anyone, such as entrepreneurs, construction workers, drivers, and intellectuals. My biggest problem is how independent I am. I am considered a devoted friend, but I would only interact with my friends if needed. Normally, I would not go out of my way to randomly chat with other people, so I basically have no friends. It's not because they don't want to talk to me, it's more because I don't want to confide in anyone. I'm not an emotionally dry person, but I'm rather impatient in romantic relationships. Maybe it's because I'm handsome that women come easily to me. Nearly all of them like me when they meet me, but I don't have feelings for anyone. Recently, because of life and work, I barely interacted with anyone for about a month. I realized that my life is truly meaningless, and I'm unhappy and out of sorts. I am easily influenced by negative emotions and even thought of death. I thought about explaining to my parents about how lonely I am and how meaningless it would be to continue living like this. I just hope that my family and loved ones will forgive me if I ever decide to leave this world. I once thought that moving to another city or a different environment would help me, and I did that. But then I realized that it all came down to the matter of my personality and not my living environment. I considered changing myself, going outside more and making more friends. But the truth is that a leopard cannot change its spots. I've caught myself wondering how I'm going to end my life to make things the easiest for those surrounding me and for my loved ones. An accident, maybe? I hope to share my thoughts and to receive feedback from psychiatrists and everyone. Sincere thanks. Sincere thanks. Write in the comments what you think about these stories. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. Also put a bell so you don't miss new videos. See you soon.